Hey guys, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Welcome to your new moon in Virgo reading. Y'all started cleaning up yet? This morning, I woke up, it's Saturday when I'm recording. I woke up and I was feeling so tired, but then I was just like, man, I just feel like cleaning everything. I'm cleaning out my closet, getting rid of some things. So I just went on a little bit of a spring cleaning, a fall cleaning, a summer cleaning, whatever. Anyway, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Lisa here. All right, I come to you humbly, God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is the overall message for this new moon in Virgo? Thank you. What's this? Man, all right. I mean, we haven't seen this card in a while. Sacred sexuality. Whatever, let's get into it. Is this gonna be a fun one? Spirit is like, hey, don't forget about the sex. I'm just always just baffled anytime this card comes out, because it comes out all the time. Soul work and fate. What an interesting set of cards to come out right now. What's at the bottom of the deck here? The Outlaw and Speak Truth. Speak Truth at the bottom of the deck. All right. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me pull from this deck here. Admit your vulnerabilities. Build on solid ground. Seek hidden treasure. Become a clear channel. Wake up call. I'm just going to ask, before I get into the reading, I'm just going to do a quick little question. What's up with the sacred sexuality card? Why is the sacred sexuality card here? Five of Swords is something about being in your power, being in our power. Ah, okay. So we have the Five of Swords coming out with the double card, right? And the Seven of Cups in reverse with the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is like, you know, drop it. Okay, hold on. I'll start here with the Five of Swords and the double card coming out in reverse. See, the double card can be toxic, right? But it can also be, because it is a Capricorn card. For the Capricorn, it's like, oh, I'm myself. I'm in my power, right? This can be an empowered energy of battling and taming your inner demons. The soul work. Not acknowledging, okay. Over the weekend, all right, I see where they're going with that. So pretty much our creative center, right? Our creative center, which is like, I think it's a sacral, right? Sacral chakra. That's creativity, but it's also sex, right? The creative center, we create babies, but we can also create, you know, artwork, we create things, you know. That sense of knowingness of you as a creator, that's important. That's what we need to step into. It takes a level of confidence. It does seem like that Five of Swords is a matter of like having this defeatist attitude that's like kind of warping our sense of our power. All right, let's go. All right, what is the first question here? All right, what have we released? What have we released so far? Imagine when you're feeling like, imagine when you're feeling like on top of your game and you're feeling sexy, like, or you're feeling like, whatever. I don't know, you're feeling super confident. That's a word. But you're feeling super confident. You're feeling on your shit. You know, like, okay, can't nobody tell me nothing, right? Whether it's confident in the boudoir or confident at that party and you're going to bag someone up like, oh, I'm taking you home tonight. I'm getting that number right now. You know, whatever the case is. Just feeling good about yourself. You're at a barbecue, you're at a party, you're just like, can't nobody tell me I look good. You know, that energy, it doesn't necessarily mean, it doesn't have to be about sex, but it is that energy of feeling yourself, feeling who you are as a human. Okay. All right. What have we released? There's also a need though, like, it's a difference between being cocky, being confident, like, whatever. It's a difference between being cocky, right, and being overly confident, right, and not being aware of your limitations, right? You can know what your strengths are. You go on a job and you're like, look, I know I got this. I know how to do this. I does this, okay, right? It's that level, that could be confidence based on what you've experienced, based on your track record, right? Yeah. You wouldn't go and be a programmer and just walk up in there confident like a motherfucker, like, this is what I do, when you ain't never seen no type of coding in your life, right? But it's the energy of being confident whatever you're in, whoever you are, whatever energy you got going on, all right? I did a reading for the Divine Masculines and was talking about tapping into your bloodline. Like, there's a certain thing that you do naturally, right? That thing that you do naturally is a hint towards what your fate is learning to do that in a good way, you know, just doing it in a high vibe way. So I use the example, like, if you naturally have the gift of gab, right? And you have a track record, you know you have a way with words, you know you can influence or be persuasive, whatever, then that's your thing, right? Now it's like, how do I use this? You know, how do I use this gift moving forward in a high vibe way, right? Just being confident in what your thing is. I don't know, all right. But also knowing your limitations, like, all right, I'm good with that, but I suck at math. You know, whatever the case is, all right? This can even come down to spiritual gifts. Knowing what your gifts are, being confident in that thing, knowing what your gifts aren't. I think we all have, like, we have a certain knack for different spiritual gifts, you know? I mean, yeah. We're not all blessed with the same gifts, is what I want to say. I'm not saying that we can't all experience them, but I'm saying, like, some people have more of a knack for one gift than another, right? Become a clear channel. Be clear about that. Be clear about that, all right? Seek hidden treasure. I feel like there's some hidden talents, hidden gifts, things that you naturally do. If we're gonna talk about the spiritual, because I talked about math versus language arts, right? If you're a poet, naturally, versus if you're really good at breaking things down and being logical or putting pieces of a puzzle together, detecting patterns in human behavior, whatever your thing is, okay? That's a mental thing. If we're talking about spiritual things, I mean, the art of divinations, you know, tarot readings, if you lucid dream a lot, if you astral project naturally, things like that, things that you pick up pretty quickly. Those are the things that's going to give you a hint towards where you need to start leaning more towards. Be more confident in that. All right. Well, geez. What have we released? We have the Knight of Cups coming out. I feel like this reading is going to be all over the place. For a Virgo reading, why is this all over the place? I'm just so annoyed. It already just started off the rails, man. All right, Knight of Cups. In reverse. See, it's that thing you do. Oh man, wow. This is nice. It's knowing that thing you do ever so naturally. Build from there. Build from there. If this is like you're trying to figure out what career path you need to be on, what is it that you do naturally? What is it that you love doing? Start building on that. All right. So in a past reading, I think I was talking about how our dreams have to kind of be tweaked so that we can be on our authentic path and be in line with our soul's desires. So yeah, here we are with the tweaks. So we have the Knight of Cups coming out with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Cups with the Four of Pentacles, both of them in reverse. This is letting go of like an old dream, letting go of an old destiny. Oh my God, that's what came out. Letting go of an old destiny. See, okay, so we have free will, you know, to a certain extent, whatever. But, because it's like choose your scare. Like, okay, flip to page 72 and go to, and now you have a new set of instructions or new choices to align with that new fate that you chose. Or you can, instead of going to page 72, you could go to page 39 and now you have another set of instructions or another set of choices that can lead you down a path to another fate, right? That's how I feel. That's just my opinion there. But it seems like it's something, whatever the case is. You're letting go of an old destiny. Now, whether this is a destiny that you thought was your destiny and are you stepping to your real destiny, then that's the thing. It might be different from what you actually thought your thing was, okay? For some of you guys, this destiny was something that was in your face all along, okay? It was something that you always did. And once you recognize it, you're going to have the wake-up call. It's going to click. You're going to realize, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? Duh, that is what I do well. Why wouldn't I do that, you know? So with that, it comes with releasing of the old, okay? Because you guys are, oh God, we have the Six of Pentacles with the Six of Swords, yeah. Walking away from the things so our old destiny, it wasn't going to give us what we deserved, okay? We would have been shortchanging ourselves. We already had the tools to do our destiny, to step into our fate. We just didn't know our fate. So we were going down a path based on what our ego thought we should do. All right, moving on. What's the next question? Where are we now? Yeah, 13 already. Where are we now? The Lover's card coming out in reverse along with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's going to be a major aha moment. The Temperance card coming out here with the Ace of Swords coming out. Oh, with the Eight of Wands. Okay. It's like, skirt, stop. Nope. That wasn't the right path. I know you thought it was. Sorry. The Eight of Wands definitely wants to be seen here. There's all this energy of like, yeah, this is divine intervention. Of this truth coming through as to what your actual path is. All right. See, in that live, it was a live, I believe. Yeah, it was a live, full moon, whatever. In that last live, I was saying how some of us are going, we got to tweak the dream. It's not, we think it's that thing that we want, but it's really not. And I mentioned that it even applies to like soulmate types of energy, right? Where some of us might be going for wrong soulmates, okay? Where we thought a soulmate was our destiny and we're not, right? Which is, you know, it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call as you become this clearer channel, right? Then you see the hidden treasure beneath, like, of course, yes, that makes sense. Yes, okay. That was a path. Okay, I get it. Duh. You know. All right. But yeah, with the Temperance card, it is divine intervention here. Shedding light on what not to build on and what to build on. What's the path of least resistance here? What makes the most sense? Like, what actually makes the most sense? All right. What do we wish to grow? Oh, yeah, here we go. Whew. All right, this is coming through pretty clear. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, flowers. All right. This is gonna come with a little bit of resistance. All right, so we do have the 4 of Cups coming out with the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. The 4 of Cups is crying over like past missed opportunities or perceived missed opportunities. Five of Cups is feeling regret about those missed opportunities. You see all these tears coming through. All right. The tears of regret. This is past energy. The 4 of Cups is like crying over these, but not realizing that this is here. This is that hidden treasure. Okay. As you wake up, become a clear channel. You'll see that you'll recognize this hidden gem here, this hidden opportunity, hidden love, hidden path, whatever. It's a hidden path of some sort, whether it's love, whether it's a career, whatever. I feel like this is gonna cover the whole spectrum, all right? There's a hidden gem here. That's your actual manifestation. And I almost wanna say it was hidden in plain sight, all right? It was hidden in plain sight, but because you were in this energy, we were in this energy with the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords being this regret, this 8 of Swords being looking at the opportunities that we missed and not realizing that this is here. It stopped us from seeing a real deal, okay? This is being trapped in your own mind, being in your own head, and it's not allowing you to see this, all right? So this is okay. This is gonna come with resistance. You know what? It's a freaking quick change. That's what it feels like. It's like, especially if somebody has been working towards one path for so long and they believe that that was their path all this time, and then realizing, oh, this was just a warm up. And now I gotta go to the real thing? Okay, didn't know. It's like, why would you have me put all this work into this? Okay, whatever. You know, to that I would say, yeah, you were in training, all right? We were in training. So whatever things we were working on, all right, whatever things we were working on, it was just preparing us for our actual path, okay? All right. How can we bring our goals to fruition? All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Strength card coming out. A whole bunch of cards. This whole book came out. I'm putting this back. I'm not doing this. But the Strength card came out with the Wheel of Fortune card, which is beautiful. Because that's showing that you are going towards an upgrade, which is great. It's just getting over the hump of releasing the old destiny, okay? Eight of Pentacles coming out here. I just feel such resistance towards this. Even if all the signs are pointing to it, I'm feeling so much resistance. You have the High Priestess coming out. Okay. All right, because there's certain things that we've been working on that just wasn't working, all right? We've been actively putting in work into some idea, some path, and it's not working. And now we're gonna figure out why it hasn't been working, all right? And we're gonna have to make a judgment call if we're gonna go along with what's being revealed to us, and we're gonna accept this wake-up call and remain a clear channel, or if we're gonna try and close up our intuition and ignore what we see here. Are we gonna go for the secret hidden gem, this new thing that that becomes apparent? Or do we just keep working on a thing that we know is oh my God. So there was a reading that I did, I think it was Taurus. Yeah, it was Taurus, where I was talking about getting on board a sinking ship, right? And I'm noticing this theme happening a lot here. Like, it's like knowing you're on a Titanic, knowing that it's sinking, but still putting in work, you know, still partying it up. Or you, like, that Steve Harvey joke in the Kings of Comedy, like still playing on a band as the ship is going down. Like, get your ass off that ship. All right, that ain't it. All right, get off the ship. So it's kind of like fires being ablaze, set ablaze all around you. And you're like, nope, I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna keep putting in this work. It's like, motherfucker, get out of there. All right. And then with all this fire, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's like you got to make a judgment call. It's a fire. Fire is ablaze. I'm getting the sirens are going off. All right, the alarms are being set off. Like, this is not. I don't think this is it. This doesn't look like it. You have to make a judgment call. Like, all right, the fire alarm is ringing. Let me get up out this building. You know, the Titanic is going down. Let me get up off the ship and get on my life raft. But because you put your blood, sweat, and tears into whatever this is, it's going to be hard. Oh, look at that. Trust. Trust. That's what needs to happen there. Let's put that there. Okay. And let me put that there. All right. And what's the next one? So that's how we bring the goals into fruition. Which one was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, all right. Let's see what the blockages are. All right, 23. We're gonna make this quick. All right. Pretty much get off the Titanic. All right, we're all on a Titanic that is a dream or something, a path that we were working on. Get off that. The quicker you come to clarity about it, you come to awareness about it, you come to terms with it, the better. Because there's actually the real deals right there around the corner, all right? You're just gonna have to turn your head that way, all right? Don't look, nothing is wasted. I feel like that's the biggest part of the resistance here. The idea of like, hey man, I put in all this work. I can't believe you want to tell me to just walk up and leave this situation, up and leave this path. I'm gonna pull from the Rebel deck because I feel like I'm feeling very hard-headed energy here. So the Rebel deck is not, I haven't been using it too much. I haven't used it a lot lately. But it's not the most PC deck in the world. It's very blunt. It's a very asshole deck. All right, what's going on? Blockage. Blockage. What is a blockage? We already know. Hard-headed. What else? All right. All right. The idea of right. Okay. Well, that's a tough one. The idea of right. See, it's the doubt creeping in because someone put in work into a situation. It's like, this can't be right. You can't possibly tell me that I put in all this work just to go to another path. You can't tell me I went to school for this and have all these loans to pay just to be a tarot reader on YouTube. You can't tell me that, right? For example. Shit like that. All right. So that's what's happening here. Like, that can't be right. Like, I could be making money over there and I'm doing it here. Okay, wait, hold on. Tell me something else, right? So that's what needs to be that's what needs to be addressed. We need to come to terms with that. All right. Let me look into that Justice card. Yeah, see? What's right? What's right? The idea of what's right is gonna get shifted. That is interesting. Whew. This is a tough, like, the energy I'm feeling, this is a tough one. This is gonna be really tough. It's a tough decision. What makes sense to us as humans, and what makes sense from a broader perspective? What makes sense from the creators of the game? What makes sense? All right, if we're a mouse, we're mice in a maze. We don't see too much. We have limited perception of our path, but we do have creators or our guides or whatever. We have people, things, beings, energies who can see the whole maze for us. For us, in our limited perception, it would make sense for us to, we smell the cheese over there, we gotta do this and just keep going to get the cheese over there. From their perspective, they know the cheese is over there, but they also know if you go in the way that you think you should go, if you just follow the smell of it, you're gonna get a trap. You're gonna hit a dead end, right? So they tell us, okay, I know you smell the cheese over there, but we need you to take this. We're gonna tell you the way to actually twist and turn and maneuver to get the clear path to the cheese, okay? So, but in our limited perception, it'll be like, that doesn't make sense. You're taking me away from the cheese. You're taking me on a path that just seems like so fucking off. That doesn't make sense. I've been working towards this all this time and I've been using my own mind to get there. Why are you telling me to take this other path? It doesn't make sense. So the idea of what makes sense, this is just going to be a leap of faith. This is just going to be a leap of faith, all right? This is, I feel it. It feels tough. It feels tough. Especially with this Justice card, I don't know why I'm getting morality. Like, what is right? The right thing to do. What is the right thing to do in your human perspective versus in the bigger picture? What is ultimately the right thing to do for your divine path, for your soul's purpose? That's tough. Okay. Well, yeah, all right. It's just this duality of, you know, You know, you don't want to say like, not all things it's not good or bad. It is what it is. That, you know, that's just sucks to say, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, it was just tough. I think it's just a matter of, this is like a tough decision, and it just depends on what's more important to you. If you're about that life of following your soul's purpose, then move like that, right? And it's gonna come with some sacrifices, some casualties, you know. This reading is making me uncomfortable. I can't even imagine like how this actually plays out for all of us in our own ways. But on the flip side, I do feel like, oh, look at all this energy of growth. This is what's happening on the other side, though. Oh, what? Why did it fall? Okay. So we have the stork coming out with this tree. These cards of growth, of evolution, of maturation. There's going to be an evolved perspective. Okay, so in a maze, as a mouse, you have your own idea of where you should be going. And your guides or spirit is stepping in like, hey, go that way. You take the leap of faith, you go that way. There's a lesson that you're going to learn about bigger picture thinking. You're going to realize your limitations. Okay? When you relinquish and you surrender to your intuition, it's a humbling thing. It is. The more you do it, the more humbled you become. Like, I really don't know shit, right? It's that saying, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And then you become more and more humble. That's where wisdom comes in, right? So this is a chance to gain a big gem of wisdom that'll be helpful moving forward in life. If that's your priority. If your priority is growth, spiritual growth, emotional growth, whatever the case is, taking that leap and trusting your intuition in this, whatever this situation is going to teach you a lesson of duality, and it's teach us a lesson in duality and the idea of the good, bad, right, wrong thing, and the gray area. Okay. Whew. This is slippery. I don't really want to talk. This is weird. All right, what are we feeling to see? This is rough. Once you see at the end, you're in the maze, whatever, you realize, if you follow your intuition, you realize, okay, I take this path, I'm going to take this leap of faith, take this path, and you get to the cheese, then you're going to realize, like, okay, my mentality was limited, or my perception is limited, and in hindsight, it'll make more sense. It's one of those where you're not going to really see it in the moment. You're going to just have to take this blind leap of faith and just follow your intuition. When you do that, in hindsight, you'll look back and see your growth. You'll see where you came from, or the limited mentality that you were in. But yeah. What are we feeling to see? Some people are going to not listen. This is triggering. This reading is triggering me. I feel like this decision's going to be triggering. This is uncomfortable. And now we have the Seven of Swords coming out. Some people might double down and say, fuck that. I have a plan to get the cheese, the goal, the path, whatever, and I'm going to go. I smell it going that way. I'm going to go that way. And as I mentioned, You know, our guides, higher beings, can see the traps that we can walk into if we take a certain path towards this cheese, this goal, all right? What we're failing to see is what the trap is. Some of us are being led to just dodge bullet, okay? Dodge something that can like lead to some bullshit, you know, and that's the thing about those moments, like when we get warnings, we don't, if we follow we follow our intuition and dodge it, we don't always get the validation or confirmation that we dodged a bullet and that we are right. But if you don't follow it and you continue down the path, then you will see like, oh, okay, this is probably why. You know, you have that moment like, damn, something told me not to do that. Something told me not to, you know? So some people, I do feel like it's going to be split. Some people are going to like just go down that path anyway and just have to see, like I said, the hard-headed energy. Some people they're just going to have to see what this is. Like why they told me not to do it. Let's find out. Let's walk into the bullshit. Let's walk into the fire. To each his own on that. I mean, either way, a lesson's going to be learned. Either way, it's going to be humbling. It can be humbling in a soft way, where you learn, where you follow your intuition, and then in hindsight, you're like, ah, I get it. Or you can ignore your intuition and double down and say, this is my path. And then you see what they were trying to save you from. And then you could be like, ah, I get it. So either way, we're going to get it. Get the point, get the lesson, but you can do it the easy way or the hard way. All right. What are we feeling? Let's see. What else? That's it. What's that advice? This is a hard reading. Make a judgment call. Some of you guys, this reading is so uncomfortable. Okay, so the judgment card. I never really looked at this card because I just don't really care for the illustration on this. But no offense to the artist. But yeah, so look. So, all right. So we have the devil and the angel there, right? They both have the same face. It's like the duality of either way you get into the cheese, either way you're going to get to this lesson. How you want to get it done? Do you want to get dragged there? Or do you want to just take the light road? You're going to take the overpass or the underpass? Whatever. Okay, that was fucking. But whatever. How do you want to get there? The easy way or the hard way? Either way, it's like the universe is like, kind of like, the universe is neutral. You know, I feel like the universe could be, they're very neutral when it comes to certain things like justice. When things need to be corrected in the universe, the means about correcting things they're not always in a way where we look at it like, oh, that's a good thing. I feel like the universe just kind of move on some ends justify the means type thing sometimes. So this is just really, it's just a thing. It's a thing that's happening. We're about to learn a lesson in, right, wrong, and gray area, okay? All right. But our advice is to make a judgment call. Be loyal to ourselves, okay? So let that be your guide. Be loyal to yourself. Don't be loyal to someone else's opinion. Don't be loyal to, be loyal to yourself and your soul's desire, okay? It'll help you dodge whatever it is bullshit that we can avoid. Taurus had this energy. It was a very clear, a very clear example, a very clear storyline where someone can avoid a very clear trap. But they would have to follow their intuition. So watch a Taurus reading because This is just pretty much a Taurus reading, okay? This just seems like it covers a broader scheme, or a broader themes or whatever, where Taurus, it does feel like it's more about like financial, a financial scam or something like that, but yeah. Okay. Stick to your guns. Be loyal to you. And don't get shaken. Whatever this leap of faith is, it's aligned with what you feel deep in your core. Don't get shaken. So whether it's two choices that come to you, or you're in a situation and you're being led to take a choice out of a situation, whichever one makes you feel good in your core, whichever one makes you feel right in your core, like this is what I need to do, that's what you need to take. There's a hidden treasure over there. And the other one side has a hidden treasure, the other side has a trap. It feels like it'll be a no-brainer. It feels like it'll be a no-brainer. Like if you ignore your intuition, you're actively doing it. It's not like confusion or anything. It's like, no, I just can't, you know, whatever the case is, it'll be it's not right. Okay. This is a weird reading, man. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's something that you're being led to do. It doesn't feel right, but it's a hidden treasure. And it doesn't feel right, but it's taking you away from something that's going to lead to some bullshit. Don't worry about being loyal to the bullshit. It might not seem like bullshit yet. The path, you don't see the bullshit around the corner. They're trying to make you do a real quick turn at the last minute. Like, we're trying to make you avoid that real quick. You don't have to, not all lessons gotta be karmic lessons. Sometimes we have lessons because we're just being stupid, or we're just not listening to our intuition. We're just being hard-headed, and then it becomes a lesson. Not everything has to be a lesson. If we just follow our intuition, we don't have to have too many of these, you know, these moments of hard lessons. Okay. So whatever this is, just follow yourself. Follow your be loyal to your heart. Jesus Christ. All right. What's the animal spirit here? Oh, wait. Panther spirit. Look at that. Reclaim your mother effing power. That's what it's about. Man, this energy is okay. All right. So this is what it's all about. Some of you guys, if you're struggling with two situations, two choices, I just want to make it very clear. If you're struggling with two choices, the reason behind it is, oh, if I do choice this, it won't be right. That's one thing. The other thing is a loyalty to something outside of you, okay, that will stop you from taking whatever choice that you're being led to take. To know what the right choice is, you have to be loyal to yourself. And don't worry about what's right. Okay? That's for all of us. All right, Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. This is what it's all about. This is what's going to come out of this. You're going to realize taking that leap of faith and being bold enough to choose you over anything else in whatever this situation is, it puts you in a new power. All right? Elevation, growth, as I mentioned here. Okay, that growth card. Now we have dolphin spirit, this and that are true. It's a split energy. It's split energy here. I just keep getting this energy of duality. What's right, what's wrong, what's gray, you know? Is it wrong? Am I doing the wrong thing for the right reasons? You know, it has this weird thing going on where that could get very sticky, you know, but in order for you to navigate it, you have to follow your intuition and follow your heart, be loyal to yourself. So this and that are true. Is both right and wrong. Some people are going to look at the situation as wrong. Some people are going to look at the situation as right. You're going to look at the situation as right for yourself and wrong for others. And that is where the whole split comes in, and you're going to have to choose, I'm going to do what's right for me. All right. We have Fox Spirit, think on your feet. This is being clever, knowing when to take turns when you need to. As I mentioned, it's like last minute, like, skirt. Okay, let's go that way. Thinking on your feet, moving quickly when you need to. Okay, when you get that heads up, like, hey, all right, turn this way. Make that turn. Be smooth enough, be flexible enough, be clever enough, and know how to make a turn, make turns in life when new information is presented. All right, Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Be compassionate with yourself, especially if you feel like you're doing something that's right for you but wrong for others. Be compassionate with yourself, okay? And we have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. All right, it's just that coming back to that intuitive guidance mixed with logic. All right, because if you're sitting here thinking about, okay, this is wrong for everyone else, but right for me, you might be using your, you might just be relying heavily on the logic of what makes sense in this world. And there's a need to find that balance of, yes, what makes sense in a human sense, but also what makes sense from a bigger picture, your higher self energy. You know, what makes sense from your the higher self perspective, all right? Finding that balance between your logic and your intuition to make decisions, okay? Not relying solely on your logic, also not relying solely on your intuition, whatever. Find that beautiful balance to know how to navigate the world. We are still in this human 3D world. We still have to find logic, but also use our intuition at the same time. Find that beautiful balance, master that balance, and toe the line, okay? Be in the gray, all right? Because when you start, you know, when you start like opening up to the subtle realms and you start realizing that things aren't what they seem, and, you know, you start experiencing things that you can't really fucking explain, you know, it just becomes a weird, it does become a gray area where you have to be a bit more flexible. You have to be more flexible about what makes sense, you know? If you get, for example, if you get like intuitive guidance about somebody being shady, but they're smiling in your face all day, what makes sense is, okay, well, they're still being nice to me. I'm gonna just keep on going on with this friendship or relationship or whatever. But if you follow your intuition, then you're just like, you're dodging whatever bullshit they're actually planning. You know, whatever the case is, it's like that. It just gets weird. It's a gray area, but you're gonna have to trust your intuition here, all right? I'm done with this reading. I hope this did something. Watch a Taurus reading. If you're a Taurus especially, check it out. Or if you have Taurus placements. Anyway, all right, thank you so much. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. Till we meet again, peace.